Well, I'm here in New Lisbon, Wisconsin, my hometown, and we're on the edge of town. And we have here is a series of Native American burial grounds, Indian mounds, and here's a half dozen left. The one right in front of me here is a panther mound, which we'll get out and we'll look at here. But I have a copy of the New York Times bestseller, Juneau County Genealogy Society Cemeteries book, number 2. And in this book, we have some diagrams of the Indian mounds. And these were Winnebago or Ho-Chunk woodland Indians. And the mounds, anywhere 200 AD and thereafter, they tended to, it's kind of a mixed bag. Some of the Indians were cremated, some were left out above ground, and then the bones would be collected and buried later. And this gives you an idea of the shapes. The one right directly in front of me there is the panther mound. These 3 mounds are gone. And over there is our trailers. And they're quite literally built on ancient Indian burial grounds. I don't know how many of the residents actually know that. I don't think I'm going to knock on their door and inform them of that in case they don't know. But these are the mounds we have left. So we'll go check them out and take a little walk here. So here's the panther effigy mound, and as you can see, they're kind of grown over, and that's not neglect or apathy. That's generally how they're left. I guess they do have prescribed, am I using that word right? They will burn off the growth on top of them from time to time. And I believe this leg here of the panther, kind of near where that stump was, once facing the other direction, and I believe that was corrected to where now it's the toes of the panther would be here. So it's kind of like, I don't know, a running position maybe? I'm not sure. But this is all kind of river bottoms here. The Lemonware River runs back over there. There's a boat landing. So, yeah, I have heard people complain that, well, they don't mow them. Well, you're not supposed to. Anyway, this little ridge here, that's the tail of the panther running back towards the river. And over here we have the head of the panther and the front leg. And generally they wouldn't bury valuables with them. It would just be the body. And I believe 90% of the effigy mounds in Wisconsin are now gone. They've been plowed over. And I guess, you know, can have opinions about that now, but you know, obviously the first settlers, they were either unaware or they didn't care. And here's another small burial mound. And this mound here in front of me is called the dumbbell mound. It does look like, you know, a weightlifting bar with weights on the end. I don't know what that was supposed to be or supposed to signify. It could have just been, who knows? There could have been a mound there and a mound over here, and they decided to connect it. Maybe it was some family thing. We'll never know. And there's two oval mounds here and kind of one in the center that looks like a shaft. And I suppose I can make some juvenile comment about that, what that represents. I don't know if it does represent like a phallic symbol or not, but that's what it appears like. And then over here by the mobile homes, the other three mounds that are missing, that they were there. I'm not sure if those were originally plowed under or the earth was used for fill for someplace else. I couldn't tell you. But the shaft-shaped one's called a linear mound. And directly opposite of the oval and the linear mounds, there's nothing. They think there may have been a village there at one time. There was an amateur archaeologist who was still alive when I was a kid named Harry Mortensen. He's a local pharmacist, and he collected lots of Indian relics and tools and arrowheads, spear points, whatever, you know, all that stuff. And we have a lot of those in display in our town library and pharmacy. So Harry's been gone for probably 40 years now, but he generously donated all that stuff, so it's on public display, and it's worth looking into if you're interested in the native inhabitants of this area, and kind of get a feel for what was here hundreds of years ago. Anyway, that's pretty much all for now. This is just off Highway 12 and 16 in New Lisbon. So, thanks for watching. And just kind of a postscript to all this. This area is called Gees Slough, or G Slough. I believe it's pronounced Gee though. Which I believe's a Native American word, because that does come up in other names around here. But yeah, it's all river bottoms. This is the Lemonware River. So, and it is definitely a slough. So, again, that's all for now.